My beloved child, do you know that before any form was shaped, before the skies were stretched out like a canopy, before the earth was established by the power of my word, I envisioned you in eternity, where time had not yet begun, and boundaries did not exist. I saw you, I loved you, and I chose you for a sacred purpose. You are not the result of coincidence or a random sequence of events. You are the manifestation of a divine intention nurtured in my heart, a holy dream formed out of my infinite love. Every detail within you, from the tender creases of your soul to your profound capacity to love, to sacrifice, and to walk in truth, was woven by my hands with utmost care and matchless grace. When the heavens opened and the oceans were commanded to stop at the shore, I spoke your name into existence. You are my answer to a deep need within the flow of creation, a response to a vacancy that only your presence could fulfill. In the vastness of my divine plan, every life has its place, but you were entrusted with a special role, a light kindled to illuminate the path for many souls. My holy intention doesn't just define your essence, it empowers you to stand firm through every storm life may bring. I did not choose you because of what you could accomplish, but because of who you are at the very depth of your being. Before any success or failure, before every right or wrong decision, my love and my choice for you were already sealed and unshaken. This divine calling surpasses every earthly measurement. It transcends every judgment or limitation you may face. You are called to live, to love, to worship, and to radiate by simply being who you are. In every heartbeat of yours, mine resounds. In each step you take, the imprint of eternity is present, and in every dream you carry, I have already sown seeds of hope, faith, and victory. So, my beloved child, never doubt your worth. Do not allow poisonous words, temporary failures, or human-imposed limitations to dim the sacred light within you. Remember, you are not an accident in the timeline of history. You are a thread in the great tapestry of a divine story being penned by the very hand of the Creator. The divine purpose over your life cannot be erased by any force, for it is sealed by eternal authority. Wherever you go, whatever you endure, that mark remains within you, calling you back to the glorious identity I breathed into you from the beginning. My child, there have been moments in history when darkness appeared to prevail, when lies, fear, and doubt spread like a thick fog over the hearts of humanity. Yet even in those very moments, my purpose for you remained radiant, unfading, undiminished. Even when you may have wandered down confusing paths, or your soul was struck down by internal storms, my hands were still outstretched. My eyes were still watching, and the sacred call I placed within you has never ceased to echo in the depths of your being. Believe this. There is no mistake so great that it can nullify my choice. There is no wound so deep that it can blur your image in my heart. My love for you does not rest on your performance. It is not dependent on perfection. It is founded upon the profound truth that you belong to me. You are a precious jewel refined through the river of time, a masterpiece beloved even while still forming amidst the chaos of this world. Let this truth anchor your soul. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not unworthy. You are remembered, you are deeply known, and you are eternally cherished. So walk boldly, my child. Lift your head high as you move forward, for the crown of honor has already been placed upon your head long before you knew you would ever have to fight. Let the divine light shine through every word you speak, every action you take, and every decision you make. Each time you choose love over bitterness, each time you forgive instead of retaliate, each time you stand firm rather than give in. These are the moments when your soul responds to the sacred calling embedded deep within. This divine purpose is not an empty promise, nor is it a distant possibility. It is a living truth, a firm reality flowing through every cell of your being. It is your compass in confusion, your torch in the dark, your reservoir of strength in the bleakest hour. And when you align your life with that holy intent, all of heaven will move on your behalf, clearing the way, strengthening your steps, and glorifying the one who formed you with an everlasting love. From the very first moment I conceived you, in my eternal thought, I did not merely shape your existence with power, I wove your essence with grace. Grace is not a prize for the worthy, it is the breath of life for the called. And you, my chosen one, are a masterpiece wrapped in it, saturated with it, and brought forth through every thread of divine grace that I myself have spun. Not a single step you take is random. Not a single season of your life is wasted. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, defeated, crushed under the weight of broken dreams, my grace covered you like an invisible cloak, embracing every fracture, healing every wound, and filling the voids the world could never reach. I was there in your silent tears and the whispered prayers at midnight, and every doubtful heartbeat that somehow still dared to hope. You were never merely existing. You were formed to become a living testimony of my kindness. When you stumble, grace catches you. When you are lost, grace illuminates the path. When you falter, grace opens the way back home. You do not stand by your own strength, but by a power that comes from above, a support that is both tender and unshakable, a timeless voice that keeps calling you forward even when your feet grow weary. My beloved child, there will be moments when you feel as though grace has withdrawn, when everything seems to be working against you and your prayers feel like they vanish into empty space. But the truth is this: it is in those very moments that grace works the most powerfully. Quietly, it rebuilds your trust. Gently, it reshapes your dreams. Faithfully, it clears the way ahead. Grace does not leave you when you are weak. On the contrary, it wraps itself around you more tightly, whispering to your soul that you are still loved, still chosen, and still being led. Through the currents of time, across generations, while empires rise and fall, my grace has remained unchanged. It sustained your ancestors through hardship, shielded them in life's fiercest storms, and lifted them when burdens became too heavy to carry. And now that same grace is at work in your life like an underground river that never runs dry, like a refreshing breeze that sweeps away the dust of disappointment and despair. Understand this: grace does not merely help you survive, it empowers you to thrive, to overcome, and to rise to heights you never dared to dream. Grace opens doors that no amount of human effort could ever unlock. It positions you in places that natural ability alone could never reach. Grace clothes you with an anointing to do what far exceeds human capacity. My child, grace asks one thing from you: a response. Not the striving to be worthy, but the humility to receive. When you acknowledge your own limitations and lean wholly on divine strength, when you cease to wrestle in desperation and instead surrender into my embrace, that is when grace unleashes its full power to heal and transform. True strength is not measured by how much you can do, but by how much you allow grace to do through you. So do not be disheartened by your weakness. Do not lose hope when your efforts seem futile. Remember, my grace is sufficient for you. In your weakness, my power is made perfect. In your stumbling, my love finds a place to build something greater. And on the journey that sometimes leaves you weary, it is grace that will become your unfailing spring, refreshing your soul, nourishing your spirit, and propelling you forward. Beloved one, your life is not built merely on talent, merit, or personal achievements. It is built upon the unshakable foundation of eternal grace, freely given, born from a love that surpasses all understanding. When you truly grasp this, when you allow grace to flood every aspect of your life, you will step into a new dimension of freedom, of strength, and of fulfillment that the world can neither offer nor take away. From the very first moment I breathed life into you, I engraved destiny upon your soul. Not a vague future nor an uncertain fate, but a promise, sure and steadfast, spoken before the beginning of time. Your destiny is not determined by circumstances, not limited by past mistakes, and not shaken by the storms of life. It is anchored in my divine intention and eternal grace. That destiny is not a burden, it is an honor. Not a chain of obligation, but a sacred invitation. I did not create you to be a slave to fear or failure. I created you to be light in the midst of darkness, a song in the silence, and a wellspring of life in the barren places. Within you are seeds of strength, of courage, of endurance, planted by my own hand, and watered by the tears and prayers of generations that came before you. My child, when I look at you, I do not see your limitations or your potential for failure. I see a warrior, a life-bearer, a hope carrier. You may only see yourself through the lens of weakness or past wounds, but I see you through the lens of fulfillment and victory. The portrait I paint of your life is not stained by your missteps. It remains radiant, steadfast, and full of hope. and I long for you to walk in the fullness of that revelation. Know this destiny does not happen by accident. It requires cooperation. It asks you to agree to walk with me, to trust in my guidance, and to be willing to release the lesser things in order to receive the greater. Your destiny is a journey, not a sudden destination. It is woven together through each faithful choice, each brave act, and every time you rise again after falling. There will be moments when destiny seems distant, and there will be days and nights when the promise feels like a fading dream. But remember this: it is I, the one who called you, who will also bring to completion the good work that I began in you. My hand never grows weary of lifting you up. My heart never grows cold in loving you. My gaze never turns away from you, even when you lose your way in the darkness. I know there are seasons in your life when I seem silent, but silence is not abandonment, it is preparation. It is in those hidden places that I am at work, shaping something far greater than what your eyes can see. A seed does not sprout on the barren ground, but in the deep, quiet darkness of the soil. In the same way, many parts of your destiny are being formed in the seemingly uneventful moments. Do not despise the days of small beginnings, the quiet steps of obedience, the faithful acts unseen by others. They are the unshakable foundation of the great things I am building within you. Persevere. Trust. Hold on to the promise as a lamp shining in the night. And every time you feel like retreating, remember your destiny has been inscribed by the very finger of the Eternal One. No one can erase it. No power can steal what I have sovereignly ordained for your life. My child, the greatest dreams in your heart are not mere fantasies of your imagination. They are echoes of the promise I have placed within your soul. They are reminders that you were created for something far greater than you could ever envision. As you walk in obedience and trust, those dreams will begin to bloom, to grow, and to bear fruit through means that can only be explained by my faithfulness and power. Do not compare your journey to another's. Do not let delay make you question the promise. Do not let temporary hardships cause you to miss the eternal glory that awaits you. I am working even when you cannot see it. I am fighting for you even when you feel alone. Beloved, your destiny is wrapped in my word, protected by my power, and propelled by my love. It does not depend on circumstances. It is not dictated by emotions. It is anchored in my very nature, unchanging, unwavering, everlasting. So rise and walk with the certainty that you were created for a divine purpose. Live with the awareness that your life is not a random sequence of events, but the unfolding of an eternal plan. And when you do, you will begin to see that every moment, every challenge, every small victory is drawing you closer to the radiant destiny I prepared for you before the foundation of the world. Child, as you journey forward, you must also understand that some of the battles you face are not solely your own. They are rooted in generations past, unfinished promises, ancient covenants, and unresolved failures. Flowing through your very blood are sacred memories and unlifted burdens. This is not by accident. It is part of the stream of history, part of the story that is continuing through your very life. There are things that your ancestors, whether out of ignorance or under the pressure of circumstance, unknowingly established erroneous covenants, careless vows, and commitments, not aligned with me. These things, though buried under the layers of time, have left deep imprints upon your bloodline. And even though generations have passed, their echoes still resonate in the realm of the soul, subtly influencing those who come after. You may sense it in the recurring patterns of failure, in invisible limitations, in dreams that always seem just out of reach no matter how much effort is poured in. You need to understand this: the enemy is cunning in exploiting unresolved legacies. He does not create new chains from scratch. Rather, he takes advantage of doors that have already been opened, wounds that were never healed, agreements that were never revoked. If left unrecognized, you might spend your whole life wrestling with battles that did not originate with you, but with the unresolved inheritance running through your very veins. But I have not left you powerless or blind in the face of this reality. I have given you the authority to see, to discern, and to break every chain. Revelation is the first step to freedom. When you begin to understand that not every battle you're facing is the direct result of your own choices, you will stop carrying the weight of self-blame. You will cease asking, "Why am I like this?" and start asking, "How do I come out of this?" You will rise from the heaviness of shame and begin walking in the power of deliverance. because in me the past does not have the right to define the future. In me, every old covenant can be nullified, every chain can be broken, every stronghold dismantled. Remember, this too, unresolved inheritances are not all negative. Within your lineage are also blessings, prayers, and sacrifices, quiet, faithful acts that have accumulated like spiritual treasures waiting to be unlocked. When you rise up and choose to break the patterns of error, you also activate the holy storehouses built up by those who came before you. Their faithfulness, their tears, their intercessions will begin to pour down upon your life like showers of blessing, like a long-awaited rain on dry ground. So, my beloved child, do not fear facing what is hidden. Do not shy away from the uncomfortable truths that have long lingered in the shadows. For it is through courageous confrontation and wise recognition that you will find the key to your freedom, and not just your own, but also that of those who will come after you. You have been called not merely to overcome for yourself, but to bring deliverance to your entire lineage, to blaze a new trail for generations yet to be born. Let your heart be filled with humility, for this freedom does not come from your own strength, but from a divine power greater than you. Let your heart be filled with gratitude, for what you are harvesting today was planted with the tears and faith of those who went before. And let your heart be filled with holy expectation, for I am preparing you for a harvest like no other, a bountiful season of grace, unlike anything you have seen before. There are battles unfolding around you even now, though your natural eyes may not perceive them. These wars make no sound of clashing swords, no thunderous cries shaking the heavens or the earth, but their ripple effects seep into every corner of your life. These are battles of the soul, of destiny, of truth against deception, of light against darkness, and you, whether you realize it or not, are a warrior in this divine battlefield. This is why not every trial you face should be seen as a mere consequence of earthly circumstance. Often they are reflections of greater confrontations taking place in the spiritual realm, where the destiny of your life and that of your bloodline is being tested. Your whispered prayers, your righteous choices, your quiet obedience, these are weapons of great power in this unseen war, even when you are unaware of their force. Know this: the enemy is cunning and seasoned, always seeking ways to sow seeds of doubt, fear, and discouragement. He knows that if he can make you question your worth, if he can get you to doubt the calling I have placed upon your life, then he can lead you to relinquish the victory that has already been destined for you. This is why the battle you face is not merely an external clash. It is a confrontation of the mind, of the emotions, and of the soul. My child, you must arm yourself not only with knowledge, but with revelation. You must understand that not every thought that passes through your mind originates from within you. There are poisoned arrows, sweet-sounding lies, and temptations, cloaked in false light, all designed to lure you away from your divine destiny. And the only weapon powerful enough to stand against such deception is the truth I have spoken over your life. Never forget that every time you choose to believe my word over the whisper of fear, you are pushing back the darkness. Every time you choose to stand on my promises, even when circumstances seem to contradict them, you are claiming victory in a battle that cannot be seen with natural eyes. Steadfast faith, enduring hope, and unshakable love, these are the swords, the shields, and the armor in the unseen realm. Know that my angels surround you. They fight on your behalf, strengthen you in your weariness, and intercept attacks you don't even realize are coming. Every prayer you utter, no matter how feeble it may seem, echoes through the heavens. Every tear you shed in faith is collected by me like precious jewels in my hand. There will be moments when the battlefield feels too quiet, so quiet that it seems as though you've been left alone. But do not be deceived by the silence. Often it is in the moments when you feel nothing that the fiercest battles are raging in the invisible realm. When you take small, faithful steps, when you hold fast to me even when there seems to be no way forward, you are winning victories whose full weight and wonder will only be revealed in eternity. Therefore, put on the full armor of the Spirit. Gird your waist with truth. Wear the breastplate of righteousness. Fit your feet with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. Place upon your head the helmet of salvation, and take up the sword of the Spirit, which is my spoken word. And above all, raise the shield of faith with which you can extinguish every flaming arrow of the evil one. These are not metaphors, they are living realities in the realm of the Spirit. Be steadfast. Do not fear, Do not lose heart. Even if the battle is long, even if the assaults are intense, remember, the victory is already yours in me. I have overcome and you are walking in the triumph I have secured. Keep fighting, keep trusting, keep loving, because with every faithful step you are advancing my kingdom on this earth. With every small victory you are paving the way for a great breakthrough. My beloved, from eternity past, a voice has echoed out for you. It is not a weak whisper, nor is it a vague sound drowned in the noise of the world. It is a mighty call reverberating through every wall of time, crossing every barrier of space, piercing through every veil of doubt and fear to reach the deepest places of your soul. It is a sacred invitation, a divine affirmation that you were created for a greater purpose and that now is the time to rise, to listen, and to respond. That calling is not something new. It was sown into your soul before you were ever formed in your mother's womb. It is part of your sacred design, intricately woven into every fiber of your existence. And throughout your life, even in the moments you may not have recognized it, that calling has continued to echo. In the dreams left unfulfilled, in the deep longings you could never quite explain, in the restlessness that whispered you were made for something greater than yourself, there the voice of destiny has been gently inviting you to step into your true purpose. Pause, beloved. Stop amid the rush of life, the noise of demands and expectations, and turn your soul back to its origin. There is a divine rhythm beating in time with your own heart. There is an eternal melody calling you home, not back to your past, but to the very reason for your existence. In this world, many voices will attempt to define you, to label you, to fit you into boxes that were never meant for you. But the voice from eternity invites you to rise above them all, to step into the great truth of who you were created to be. There will be moments on your journey when you stand at a crossroads, where the voice of eternity will confront the fleeting allure of the world. One path is wide, dazzling with artificial light, but it leads to confusion and emptiness. The other is narrow, at times lonely, requiring steps of faith, but it leads to the fullness only courageous souls can reach. My child, choose the path of truth. Choose the path of the divine calling, for only there will you truly find yourself. I do not call you because of your perfection. I do not summon you because you are already prepared or strong enough. I call you because I love you, because I see within you a potential that even you have not yet fully seen. This calling comes to awaken you, to remind you that no failure, no fall, no doubt has ever changed your value in my eyes. You are still the precious jewel in my hand, redeemed by my own blood, loved with a love that cannot be shaken. O chosen one, the call from eternity is not a fragile whisper. It is a thunderous roar within your soul, reminding you that a great mission awaits. There are spiritual territories yet to be claimed. There are hearts in need of light that only you can carry. There are generations waiting for your rise, for your bold stand, for your complete obedience. So do not hesitate. Do not say you are not good enough, not ready enough, not strong enough. Remember, it is in your weakness that my power is made perfect. It is in your humility that I pour out my boundless grace. It is in your surrender that I perform wonders beyond imagination. That call is sounding now, strong and unchanging. It beckons you to leave behind the temporary tents of fear, to step out of the confines of false safety, and to enter the promised land of divine destiny. It invites you to embrace the refining, to accept the journey, and even the necessary pain that shapes your soul into maturity. My beloved, answer the call. Say, "Here I am, Lord." Let the call from eternity lead you into a journey that will not only transform your life, but leave an eternal mark on this world. You were created to hear. You were created to respond. You were created to walk in the greatness I prepared for you before time began. When you respond to the call from eternity, know that you are not walking alone. Within the invisible veil between this world and the eternal realm, there are souls watching over you, those who have gone before you in the unending stream of faith. They are not distant, unfamiliar shadows. They are your ancestors, those who lived, who fought, who sacrificed, who prayed, and who laid the foundation upon which you now stand. Understand that they are not merely memories, but an inseparable part of your sacred inheritance. They left behind treasures that do not decay, prayers that were never forgotten, dreams that were never fulfilled, and silent sacrifices that were sown like seeds into the earth waiting for their appointed time to bloom. And now in this destiny-defining moment of your life, they are reaching out to you, not to pull you back, but to propel you forward, to impart strength, courage, and hope into your soul. You may have never clearly heard their voices. Perhaps all you've sensed is a quiet encouragement in your darkest hours, a silent whisper in your despair, a cool breeze brushing your spirit when it was weary, or a strange dream awakening courage long asleep. Picture them now standing across the fields of the spirit realm, a mighty army, not shouting with noise or waving banners, but standing in solemn power, undeniable in presence. Every prayer they once offered, every tear they once shed, every act of love, every moment of endurance in tribulation, they have become precious stones paving the path on which you now walk. In those moments when you feel most alone, when it seems no one understands, no one sees, no one cares, remember that a great cloud of witnesses surrounds you. They once stood where you now stand. They knew what it meant to fight in the dark, to believe amid doubt, to give everything without recognition. And because they went before you, they deeply understand the weight and worth of each faithful step you take today. Beloved, never underestimate the influence of those who came before you. Never dismiss the power of the spiritual legacy flowing through your very veins. In every cell of your being, in every breath you draw, there is the imprint of those who chose to believe, who chose to love, who chose to obey, even when the price was their very lives. When you feel weak, remember you are upheld by a strength that does not come from you alone. When you feel afraid, remember the courage of countless generations flows through your blood. When you feel weary, remember the call from eternity, along with the intercessions of those who have gone before, is lifting you up and reminding you that giving up is not an option. You were created to carry on a sacred story, a story that did not begin with you, but one that will not end without you. You are the bridge between what was and what is yet to come. You are the bearer of unfulfilled promises, unfinished dreams, and divine expectations waiting to be unveiled. So walk with gratitude. Walk in reverence for those who paved the way before you. Walk in courage, not only for your own sake, but for all the souls who entrusted you with this sacred torch. Hold it firmly, guard it faithfully, and let it burn brightly through the life you live. Know this: one day when your journey comes to an end, you will join the ranks of those who have gone before you. You too will reach out your hands to those who come after, continuing the unbroken chain of love, faith, and hope. And in that moment, you will understand that every difficult step, every silent prayer, every faithful decision bore eternal significance and contributed to the magnificent sacred tapestry I have been weaving across the ages. My beloved child, as you walk on the path of responding to the divine calling, there will be invisible limits rising like walls to hinder your steps. They may not always be clearly visible. At times they hide within familiar thought patterns, in inherited limiting beliefs, or in fears that you have accepted as part of life. But I declare to you today, it is time to break those invisible boundaries. It is time to step out of the narrow doors, the outdated molds, and embrace the complete freedom I have prepared for you. These limits may take the form of negative words that have etched themselves deep into your mind. They may be the old voices whispering that you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. Or perhaps they are painful experiences that have left scars in your soul, making it hard for you to trust, to love, or to commit fully. But my child, these things are not eternal truths. They are illusions crafted by the enemy to keep you from seeing the brilliant light of your destiny. I declare you are not defined by what others think of you. You are not bound by past mistakes, nor are you trapped in the molds shaped by fear or circumstance. You were created for freedom. You were born to soar, to rise above, to burn brightly with the flame of your divine calling within. So be brave, my child. Dare to look straight into the face of those invisible limitations. Do not fear them. Call them out. Expose them to the light of truth. Declare with your own mouth that you are no longer bound by lies, no longer held back by distorted beliefs or unhealed wounds. Let my word be the mighty weapon in your hand, shattering every chain, demolishing every stronghold that has taken root in your mind. My beloved, remember you are not fighting this battle alone. My Holy Spirit is powerfully at work within you, illuminating, revealing, and empowering you to step out in freedom. My angels are surrounding you, defending you, clearing paths where there seem to be none, and the great cloud of witnesses continues to cheer you on, fueling your every steadfast step with strength. Every time you break through an invisible limit, you are not only liberating yourself, you are paving the path of freedom for those who will come after you. Every time you refuse to bow to fear, every time you choose to believe my word, over the voices of doubt, you are rewriting history. You are weaving a fresh, sacred legacy for your lineage. There may be moments when you feel weary. There may be times when you wonder if all your effort is worth it, but I urge you, do not give up. Every step forward, every shattered limitation, every decision to leave the comfort zone behind holds eternal value. You are walking step by step into the fullness I ordained for you from the very beginning. Imagine your limitations as decaying walls waiting for a single touch of faith to crumble. Envision every declaration of truth, every courageous act, every decision to not surrender as a mighty blow that shatters chains. And believe this, no boundary can stand against a soul determined to walk in the light. The freedom I give you is not a distant dream. It is a reality waiting to be grasped, a realm where you walk without fear, without shame, without the weight of curses or old wounds. It is a reality where you lift your head high, spread your wings wide, and soar beyond every constraint that once held your soul captive. So arise, my beloved. Break through the invisible limits. Step out in the freedom of a child of the kingdom. For when you do, you will not only rediscover who you are, but you will also glorify the one who created you, who called you, and who destined you for a future filled with hope. My child, even now you are stepping into a new season, a season of divine transformation. Unlike ordinary seasons that come and go with the rhythm of time, this one is woven by my very hand. It is not a mere outward shift, but a deep-rooted renewal of your being, restoring your soul, reviving your heart, and preparing you for greater things than you've ever dared to dream. This transformation will not arrive with noise or trumpet blasts or external signs. It will begin quietly, like a tender sprout pushing its way through hardened soil. Yet once it rises, it will be unstoppable. It will tear down old barriers, break unseen chains, and lead you into a spacious place of freedom and fruitfulness. Child, I am renewing your mind. I am shifting how you see yourself, how you see me, and how you see the world around you. The old lenses clouded by pain and fear are being removed. In their place, I am giving you a new vision saturated with truth, hope, and mercy. You will no longer measure your worth by fleeting successes or failures. You will no longer let fear dictate your important decisions. Instead, you will learn to see through my eyes, fully trusting in my unchanging love. In this sacred season of transformation, I am softening your heart. The hardened layers formed by disappointment, betrayal, and pain are being peeled away. Your heart will become tender again to the prompting of the Spirit, sensitive to my whispers, and bold enough to love without fear of being hurt. This is not weakness, it is true strength. The strength of a soul that can love without needing to defend, that can trust without needing to control. And child, this transformation will also direct your steps. The old paths where you once walked by calculation and self-reliance will give way to new paths led by obedience and faith. I will open doors before you that you never expected, doors of opportunity, divine connections, and assignments crafted uniquely for you. But to walk through them, you must be willing to let go of old habits, outdated assumptions, and even the places that once felt safe. My beloved child, this transition may come with a shaking. There will be things you are compelled to let go of, relationships you will have to release, and worn-out dreams that must be laid to rest. Do not fear the loss. For everything I ask you to surrender is to make room for something greater. I do not take anything from you without the intent to give you something far more precious in return. You may feel alone, misunderstood by those around you, unsupported, or even mocked for the transformation happening within you. But take heart. I am the one who began the good work in you, and I will bring it to completion. The approval of the world is not the measure of your success. Obedience to the divine call is what will lead you into true glory. Embrace this season of transition with courage. Allow me to strip away the old layers, even when the process brings pain. Trust that my hands are always skillful, my heart always kind, and my plans for you are always filled with prosperity and hope. You are not losing, you are being reborn. You are not stepping backward, you are being elevated into a greater realm of glory. Understand deeply that the transformation I am doing in you is not just for your own sake, but for the sake of others, for generations that will be touched through your life. When you allow yourself to be changed, you become a powerful instrument. In my hands, a living stream flowing out to water dry and barren lands. So stretch out your hands, open wide, your heart let go of what is outdated, and prepare to receive the new thing I am pouring into your life. Step into this sacred season of transition with profound gratitude, with joyful expectation, and with the firm belief that the best is still ahead of you. My beloved child, the old season has passed, and the new one has come. This is not merely an external shift in circumstances, it is a transformation from within, shaping you into everything I have dreamed for you to become since the beginning. In this divine transition I am working in you, the time will come when doors begin to open before you. Not doors you've had to force open with your own strength, nor paths you've had to strive for with relentless effort. These are doors opened by my own hand at the right time, in the right way, and for the right purpose. These are not just opportunities, they are divine appointments, destiny, defining turns in the journey of your life. You will recognize these doors not by their grandeur, not by the applause of the world, but by the deep rising peace within your soul as you stand at their threshold. That peace is not the absence of challenges, but the assurance of my presence in every breath and heartbeat. It will be like a whisper in your spirit saying, "This is the way, walk in it." The doors I open will require courage from you, for sometimes they will lead you to unfamiliar lands, to territories yet unexplored. At times they will ask you to let go of old securities, step out of your familiar patterns, and confront the fears within you. But remember this, every door I open carries a guarantee from heaven that I have gone before you, that I have arranged all things, and that my grace will be sufficient for you with every step you take. Do not be surprised if old doors close just as new ones begin to open. There will be relationships that come to an end, old dreams that quietly fade away, and opportunities that once seemed enticing yet vanish without a trace. Do not grieve, do not cling, for what I am preparing for you is always far greater than what you are willing to let go of. The end of an old season is necessary so that you may fully embrace the new things I am bringing into your life. You must also understand that not every door that opens is from me. There are doors the world lays before you, glittering but hollow, leading to depletion instead of fulfillment. Therefore, learn to discern. Listen to the gentle yet unwavering voice of the Holy Spirit within you. Let my peace be the umpire in your heart, guiding you in every decision. Likewise, there will be doors that require a greater faith than you've ever known. They will not reveal the full picture before you step in. They will invite you to move forward with only enough light for one step at a time. But my beloved, that is how I reveal my greatness in your life. As you walk by faith, I will turn the impossible into reality. I will make the desert bloom, and barren lands shall become gardens of delight. O chosen one, do not fear unfamiliar doors. Do not hesitate when you must walk into places you have never known. Remember, the one who leads you is the keeper of all doors, the one who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. When I open a door for you, no force can stand in your way. When I command you to enter, no enemy can drive you back. You will see that every door I open carries blessings, not only for you, but for many others. Through each door, the light I placed in you will shine forth. The life I breathed into you will flow out, and my kingdom will be extended. Your life will become the pathway through which others find hope, healing, and divine purpose. So walk up to each door with steadfast faith. Prepare your heart to enter without hesitation or delay, and allow me to lead your every step. Let my light illuminate every decision. And as you pass through, do so with a heart full of expectancy, for what awaits you on the other side is the fulfillment of promises I have spoken over you before time began. My child, I am there holding your hand. My angels surround you, and the great cloud of witnesses rejoices as you draw nearer to your sacred destiny. Be bold, beloved. These doors were not opened for you to waver. They were opened for you to walk through with the stature of one who is chosen, anointed, and prepared for a mighty purpose. This is the appointed time for you to step into the promised land I prepared for you long before you were born. The promised land is not merely a geographical place, nor is it an outward achievement that the world can measure. It is the space where your soul overflows with my faithfulness, where every promise I have spoken over your life begins to take root, rise up, and bloom in glory. My child, stepping into the promised land requires more from you than merely moving in a new direction. Understand this. It calls for the movement of your entire heart, mind, and soul. At times, it demands a decisive letting go of the old patterns, limiting mindsets and painful memories that still cling tightly. No one can truly enter new territory while still carrying an old posture. You cannot bring with you the baggage of fear, doubt, or resentment into a place that I have sanctified and set apart just for you. My beloved, your promised land is built upon the foundation of obedience. Every step you take in that land will require you to trust in my voice more than in what your eyes can see or your ears can hear. There will be days when you walk forward with nothing to assure you except my word. There will be moments when the land looks more like a desert than a vineyard overflowing with fruit. But remember, appearances do not define spiritual reality, for it is in those very places when you trust and remain faithful that you will witness the harvest I have promised. The promised land is not merely a place for you to receive blessings. It is the place where you become a blessing. It is where the anointing within you will be released, where the gifts I have planted deep within you will find the soil to bloom. In that place, you will no longer live just for yourself, but become a wellspring of life for the thirsty, a bridge for the wandering souls, and a beacon of light in the midst of darkness. Therefore, never forget that the promised land is a place of responsibility. It calls for maturity, endurance, and integrity. It demands not only a strong beginning, but perseverance until the end. For where I am leading you will not only be a place where you are served, but also where you are called to serve, not to rule, but to love, not to possess, but to plant, not to build an empire for yourself, but to expand the sacred kingdom I have entrusted to your care. Yes, there may be barriers guarding that land, challenges that seem insurmountable, but my chosen one, I say to you, whom I call, I also equip. There is no one greater than the one who has called you. No wall stands higher than the love and power I am releasing through you. Do not be afraid when you feel small in the face of the challenges ahead, for it is precisely in that smallness that my power is made perfect. It is through your humility that I will lift you up. It is through your surrender that I will give you what your own strength could never obtain. The promised land I have prepared for you is also a place of rest, not the rest of apathy or passivity, but the rest that comes from knowing I am faithful, that what I have begun I will bring to completion. In that land you will walk without anxiety, no longer striving to earn acceptance or exhausting yourself to prove your worth. You will live in the profound and simple truth that you are loved, you are chosen, and you are destined for glory. My beloved, when you finally step into the promised land, a new chapter begins. It is the time to establish your spiritual inheritance. I did not bring you here just to watch from a distance or to taste a fleeting glimpse of grace and stop short. No, my child, I have brought you here to receive the fullness of the sacred inheritance I appointed for you from before the foundations of the world. And to do that, you must rise up in the authority I have placed within you. Know this, your inheritance is not a random gift, nor is it a reward for your own striving. It is a divine transfer written in the very blood of the everlasting covenant secured by my unshakable promise. This inheritance includes peace that surpasses all understanding, joy that cannot be shaken, wisdom from on high, and strength to fulfill the mission I have placed within your heart. My child, to truly walk in this inheritance, you must recognize it, declare it, and live in it. No one can claim this sacred legacy on your behalf. No one can substitute for you in receiving what I have personally prepared. You must know who you are in me. You must stand firm in the truth that you are a rightful heir, not because of personal merit, but because you were born into the kingdom by my boundless grace. There are forces that will try to make you doubt your inheritance. They will whisper into your mind that you are unworthy, that you are not good enough, that the promises are for others but not for you. But I declare to you, those are lies. I have proclaimed you as my child, as one who inherits all that belongs to my kingdom. No enemy can snatch that from your hand unless you willingly let it go. So rise up, child, in awareness, and declare daily that you are a child of light, a child of the kingdom, an heir to divine promises. Let that declaration be more than words. Let it become your way of living. Walk as one who knows they are unconditionally loved, fully accepted, and given authority over every fear, every doubt, and every defeat. Beloved, to establish your inheritance also means to defend the land I have given you, not with fear but with alertness and courage. Know this, that which holds true value will always attract opposition. But you need not fear, for I am the one who fights for you. I have given you spiritual armor, the sword of the Spirit, and the power to trample every hostile force. When you stand in my name, no weapon formed against you shall prevail. Understand that stepping into your inheritance does not mean the absence of trials. But in every trial you will encounter my faithfulness in deeper measure. You will see that my grace is sufficient for you. You will discover that my word is an immovable foundation. You will witness that my love is stronger than every wave of attack. O chosen one, do not let fear stop you from fully entering into your sacred inheritance. Do not let weariness cause you to stop halfway. Do not let lies dim the light that now shines brightly before you. Remember, every step you take in claiming your inheritance, every piece of ground you seize by faith will not only shape your life, it will also shape the lives of generations who follow your footsteps. Therefore, establish your inheritance with unshakable perseverance and live each day with the awareness that you are walking in my faithfulness, under my protection, and by my power. Let your life become a living testimony to the glory of the everlasting covenant I have made with those who love me, my beloved child. I rejoice when I see you advancing. I rejoice when I see you standing firm. And I rejoice even more when I see you beginning to take possession of all that I have set apart for you. Continue walking forward, continue trusting, and continue establishing your inheritance through unwavering faith, through unshakable love, and through hope that never fades. Your inheritance is not a random gift, nor is it a reward for personal effort. It is a sacred transfer written in the very blood of the everlasting covenant, secured by my unfailing promise. This inheritance includes peace that surpasses all understanding, joy that cannot be shaken, wisdom from on high, and strength to fulfill the mission I have placed deep within your heart. My child, to truly step into that inheritance, you must recognize it, declare it, and live in it. No one else can seize your spiritual birthright on your behalf. No one else can replace you in receiving what I have personally prepared. You must know who you are in me. You must stand firm in the truth that you are a rightful heir, not because of your merit, but because you were born into the kingdom through my endless grace. Know this: stepping into your inheritance does not mean the absence of trials, but in every trial you will experience my faithfulness more deeply. You will discover that my grace is sufficient. You will find that my word is an unshakable foundation. You will see that my love is stronger than every wave of adversity. O chosen one, let me say it again. Do not let fear keep you from fully entering your divine inheritance. Do not let weariness stop you halfway. Do not let lies dim the light that is shining before you. Remember, every step you take forward in your inheritance, every piece of ground you claim by faith affects not only your life, but also the lives of generations who will walk in your footsteps. My child, I want you to establish your inheritance with unshakable perseverance. Live each day with the awareness that you are walking in my faithfulness, under my protection, and in my power. Let your very life become a living testimony to the glory of the everlasting covenant I have made with those who love me. My beloved, as you affirm your divine inheritance, you are also initiating a greater movement, the releasing of a spiritual legacy for generations. What you walk in today will not end with your own life. Every seed of faith you sow, every faithful step you take, every declaration you utter from a heart of trust becomes the firm foundation for the souls who will continue the spiritual journey beyond you. Understand this: you are unlocking mysterious rivers for those you've never met, for generations not yet born. Your decisions today are shaping the spiritual atmosphere in which they will grow. Your silent victories over temptation, your trials overcome by faith, your whispered prayers, each one is being recorded in heaven's eternal memory. preparing a spiritual inheritance for the future. My child, never underestimate the power of a consecrated life. One prayer spoken in faith can shift the destiny of an entire bloodline. One consistent act of love can spark a healing movement across generations. One firm decision to stand in the midst of trial can break generational curses and open the floodgates of blessings never seen before. When you walk in the light, you are paving pathways for others to follow. When you live with the awareness that your life is part of a greater story, you will begin to see that every day, every choice, and every word you speak carries eternal weight. You will no longer live merely for the present, but with a vision rooted in eternity. My child, the legacy you are unlocking is not merely material but profoundly spiritual, a treasury of faith, of hope, of righteousness, of unwavering love. It is the inheritance of a heart that seeks after God, a soul attuned to the sacred call, and a spirit that refuses to yield to the darkness. These are treasures that cannot be measured by the world's standards, yet they will outlast every earthly possession. O chosen one, know that the enemy will attempt to discourage you. He will try to plant thoughts in your mind that your efforts are in vain, that the seeds you sow will never blossom, that your prayers are lost in the void. But I declare to you, not a single tear shed for my name is wasted. Not a single prayer, no matter how small, goes unheard in the heavens, and not a single act of love, no matter how hidden, is forgotten by me. I have promised that your descendants will flourish like olive shoots around your table. I have declared that the generations after you shall be called blessed. And these promises are not empty dreams. They are eternal covenants sealed with my very name. Now, my child, you must persevere. There will be times when you do not see the fruit immediately. There will be moments when you sow and have not yet gathered. But do not grow weary. Remember, you are sowing into eternity. Know that seeds of faith always require time to take root, to sprout, and to bear fruit. Continue to live faithfully even when no one sees. Continue to pray even when the answers have not yet come. Continue to love even when that love is not immediately returned. For in that persistence you are laying precious stones in the foundation of future generations. My beloved, you are not only called to receive the blessing, you are called to transmit it. You are not only called to live for yourself, but to clear the way for other souls to find the light. And when that day comes, when you look back on the journey you have walked, you will behold a river of grace flowing from your life through the generations, a river that never runs dry, carrying life, joy, and glory to the ends of the earth. Even now, as you have walked the path of securing your inheritance and unlocking a legacy for those who come after, a new chapter is being written in the sacred scroll of your life. Not with earthly ink nor by human hands, but by the very breath of my spirit, by the power of my presence moving through each moment you live wholly for my will. This new chapter does not begin with grand announcements or dazzling unveilings. It begins in the stillness of a surrendered heart, in the simplicity of quiet, wholehearted yeses. It is birthed in your decision to keep walking in faith even when the full picture remains unseen, and in your choice to trust my plan even when the paths ahead are still veiled in mystery. My child, this new chapter of yours will not resemble anything you've experienced before. It will unveil uncharted territories within your soul and awaken hidden potentials you never knew existed. It will call you out of the comfort of the familiar and into the richness of what can only be accessed through deep collaboration with me. Every step you take, no matter how small, will carry eternal significance. In this new chapter, you will encounter my presence in ways deeper than ever before, not only in moments of stillness, but even in the midst of the daily rush. Conversations with me will become as natural as breathing. My whispers will guide your every decision, and your heart will overflow with a peace the world cannot give, nor can it take away. My beloved, do not compare your new chapter to anyone else's. I write each soul's story with an unrepeatable signature. Your journey, your calling, your victories, and your trials, they have all been uniquely crafted to glorify my name and to release the greatness I placed within you. Every page of your life's book is saturated with my eternal wisdom, and no detail is ever wasted. Step into your new chapter with the wonder of a child unwrapping a gift, with the courage of a warrior stepping into battle, and with the humility of one who knows it is all by grace. Do not let past failures chain you. Do not let old wounds hold you back. Each day is a new page. Every morning is another opportunity to continue the story with trust, with love, with unflinching obedience. I have already prepared good things for you. Doors ready to be opened, rivers of grace waiting to flow, and promises long awaited about to blossom. So step forward and write this new chapter with strokes of faith and hope. Let your life become a living letter to the world, declaring that I am faithful, that I make all things new, that I turn broken souls into radiant lamps that never burn out. My child, the page is open. Take up the pen, and together with me, let us begin writing an eternal story, a symphony of life, of hope, of enduring love that never fades. Subscribe and turn on notifications so we can journey together in receiving living words, building unshakable faith, and walking in the boundless love of God. Amen.